engagement.
No TV, huh?
No.
You know, you really need to get back on The View, Donald. Face it, you're polling lower than the Zika virus.
I know. I'll do anything, Joy.
Anything? Anything, really? Okay, get me that dossier.
Fake news, Behar. And besides, good luck getting it from Putin.
For the good of the country, I'll get you back on the show. All you have to do is sign this standard release form. Go ahead, right there.
Tremendous. There you go.
Okay, the producers will be in touch with you. This is a letter of resignation. What?
Does this mean I can't be on Guy Day Friday?
It's your weekend kickoff, because The View is live. Mooch the Mouth. Was his shocking profanity-laced rant aimed at White House heavy hitters a rookie mistake or strategic power play? The perfect man? Science claims they've proven who the most handsome guy alive is. See if you agree with their number one. ABC News conservative political contributor Tara Setmeyer hits the table as guest co-host. Plus,
Is it hot in here, or did I just pull out of the Paris Accord?
the President Show star Anthony Atamanuik on whether he's gotten any critiques from the White House, and drafting our pal Mario Cantone to play the Mooch. The House of Hot Topics is in session with Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, and Jedediah Vila. Now, let's get things started.
The View. And today, TGIF today, and joining us as guest host, please welcome the lovely and talented ABC News political contributor, Tara Setmeyer. I'm a fan. I used to watch you on CNN, but now you moved over to us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Which is a lovely move.
I'm very happy to be here.
It was the right move.
So there's so many crazy things happening this whole week, I barely know where to begin. But the New York Post, which I read every day, page 6.
The makeup.
Okay, nailed the climate in the White House right now. The new communications director, who I call Il Mooch,
Mooch!
okay, really laid into White House bigwigs in an uncensored interview. He called Chief of Staff Reince Priebus a blanking paranoid schizophrenic, a paranoiac. He also said, I love this one, I'm not Steve Bannon. I'm not trying to blank my own blank. Hello? Fill in the blanks. I can't believe what he said, but suffice it to say, Bannon must have a Craftmatic adjustable bed. The only way I can figure that he could accomplish that bed, by the way.
If he could do that, he wouldn't need to work.
That's true. We'd never see him again.
He'd never leave his house.
So you know, what I'm trying to figure out with the Mooch is, you know, he claimed, he gave this interview to Ryan Lizza over at CNN.
The New Yorker and the New Yorker magazine.
And he says that, you know, he didn't think it was on the record. Come on,
Nonsense.
you're talking to a reporter from the New Yorker.
He knows it was on the record, and he wanted it on the record.
Why do you think so?
Because he wants to ally himself with Donald Trump against Priebus, who represents to a lot of conservatives the establishment, the old way of doing things, business as usual. And let's face it, Donald Trump got elected talking very bluntly, sometimes outrageous things. So in his mind, and Mooch said, he says, you know what, it worked for the Donald.
Right.
We're going to ally ourselves, we're going to rally our base, and we're going to stand up against the establishment.
I actually think it was a rookie mistake, because he then tweeted out and said, I trusted a reporter, I'll never do it again.
Oh,
and so
that enables him to then say it's the media's fault.
No, I think it
very
was
well
a rookie
played.
mistake. I really do.
When you have personalities, believe me, this guy is a hardcore New Yorker. He's an Italian. He lets everybody know what a tough guy he is.
Hey, yo, Tara, hey, yo.
Hey, that's right. I mean, look, I'm part Italian trying to. I get it. But come on, you know, he overcompensates for that. He was not that naive. I think what happened is he's so arrogant that he thought that he would be able to say whatever he wanted, and then if he got caught or it got on the record, he could use the media as a scapegoat. Personalities like his, like Trump's, it's everybody else's responsibility. They never take responsibility for anything. There's always a
By the way, Tara Stepmeyer is a Republican, am I right?
Lifelong conservative, yes.
Let's say it's true. What is then shocking is that he says during this rant, you know, that the FBI, that he had information from the FBI. If that is true, then an FBI agent should be suspended or fired. I mean, he obviously doesn't understand the line between the White House and the FBI. So
the president doesn't either. So why would you expect his subordinates to?
That's true.
That's true.
It's bizarre. And I got to tell you, what was so surprising to me was, you know, when I was a federal prosecutor, you know, you get all these wiretaps. That rant sounded like the stuff that I heard when we wiretapped organized crime. And it was like, is that the person that you want representing
some people? I noticed was that there was a lot of talk about this. Meanwhile, the health care bill is being voted down, and there was a lot of stuff going on that I think the American people across party lines are waiting to hear about. And they know if it is strategy, they know media goes for sensational headlines. Someone dropping blankety blank and getting to type that on a lower third was really fun.
So also not talking about. We're not talking about Russia.
Well,
we're not talking about Mueller.
It's
you know what's interesting?
It was that calculated.
No, you know what was interesting though?
Is that calculated because he knows that he's going to go out there, he's going to get that attention and talk about it and everying else. But he needs to be careful because everyone knows that Donald Trump needs to be the center of attention.
What does his being Italian have to do with anything? I'm just curious.
Well, he's got a great name, the Mooch.
I know, but everybody immediately goes to the mob. You know, I mean,
it did sound like a
mob. I come from an Italian family. My father was a truck driver. I could not say a hell in the house without him getting upset. So, I mean, we're not all like that. I don't want to put it right now. But everybody's going to the mob, and then he's a low-life. I really would like to defend the Italians.
But let me just let me clarify. This same conversation happened in the makeup room, and I said, Joy, you made the first joke about that. She goes, well, because I can.
I can make it. You can't make it.
Can I want to say one interesting thing. Breitbart, which used to be run by Steve Bannon, went after as their lead against the Mooch yesterday when this happened. So that exposes a rift. And it said, the first line from the article said, move over President Donald Trump. You are yesterday's news. It seems like this is now the Anthony Scaramucci show. So I wonder if Steve Bannon is now coming out and saying,
so
worry about this guy because he wants him out.
Trump's ego is in jeopardy right now because
to the Mooch.
You guys get this is like the Housewives of D.C. Do you see this? Everything's playing out with people and strategies and parties against each other. Someone's going to flip a table.
When Whoopi kept calling him President Bannon and other people were saying President Bannon, that really ticked the Donald off.
Is it President Mooch?
Now it's the President Mooch.
It has to get there. Initially, I think he likes it because I think Donald Trump feels like I have someone in my corner who gets me, who's just like me. Once Mooch's star rises above Trump's, then he's going to have a problem.
One more point about paranoia. Matt, one more point about paranoia. Donald calls everything a witch hunt. He claimed that Obama wiretapped him. Kellyanne's microwave is spying on her. Scaramucci threatens to fire everyone because they're all leaking. He's getting to. They're both getting to be. It's getting like a Trump, Nixon White House.
And but they spells untruths. I mean, this whole thing that Scaramucci got upset about, the leak of his financial disclosure, it's not even true. Those are public documents. I worked as a government employee. You did too. That's public information. So all of it was not even true. It's very propaganda-ish.
Well, they're conflating. They're conflating the argument about the leaks that they're concerned with from the intelligence community, which I'm concerned with as well, with this, which was not actually a leak. So
gotta go. Okay, we'll be right back with more hot topics. Don't go away.
Still ahead, hot for preacher. He's the pastor who helped Justin Bieber rediscover his religion. Would he make the ladies get to church on time? Still ahead, the president shows Anthony Atamanuik reveals the art of the Donald impression.
My environmental policy will take care of the penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins.